Hello and welcome. I've started introducing to you, excuse me, some basic postures of the body. We've started with some sitting postures, and as time goes on, we will expand into some other postures. But these postures, these forms, these positions of the body, I've introduced as a way for you to explore your physical experience, for you to explore your soma, the interoceptive experience, the experience of the internal sensations that take place inside of your body that inform you of your state of being and help you to drop into the present moment, help you to drop into the here and now, help you to drop into your authentic self. With these postures, there's sort of twofold aspects to think about them in. So there is the meditative aspect, which we've talked about, which is the interoceptive experience, exploring sensation, trying to find sensation, trying to hone sensation, trying to increase what and where and the variety of senses that you can experience throughout your body. And so exploring that interoceptive experience in different positions is going to be helpful to increase your sensory experience, right? What you sense in this position is going to be very different than what you sense in a different position, or maybe not very different, but it will differ slightly. And so by making adjustments or by moving to a different position, you're going to be able to experience something differently. And then there's also a more physical or a more muscular, a more fascial. Is the way that I often think about things as a massage therapist. I tend to work more on the fascial system. I think more about the fascial system, the system of connective tissue, than I think about muscles, tight muscles. But you can sort of think about them interchangeably. A tight fascia is going to equate to tight muscles. And so exploring these different physical positions are also going to help you to get into and release tight muscles. So when we're in different positions, as we introduce different positions and as you experience different positions, postures that are difficult for you to maintain, postures where you experience a lot of sensation or where you feel a lot of tightness, these are going to be postures that I recommend to you, right? If something is difficult, I generally think it's a good idea to do it. That's not to say you need to do everything that's difficult, and if something is beyond your scope of abilities, you don't need to do it, right? We don't all need to be able to do a handstand, let's say. But as we're starting with sort of these basic postures, if they prove difficult, explore them a bit more, spend a bit more time in them. So as we explore them, as we spend time in them, your body will start to open up. Fascia is slower to respond than muscular tissue is. Fascia takes some time, and then as you stay in a position for a while, your body will start to fatigue, muscles will start to fatigue, other muscles will kick in, and so by spending more time in a position, your body is going to sort of reorient itself in a way that it is more optimal, in a way that it can sustain itself for longer periods of time, in a way that it can support itself in that position, as well as giving your body, your muscle and your fascia, your tendon, your ligaments, time to relax, time to release, time to ease. So in basic postures, when you find tension, spend some time there, explore it. And as we introduce these postures, listen to your body. If something feels painful, pain is not necessarily a bad thing. If something feels endangering, that is a bad thing, right? So you can sort of think about, in massage, oftentimes we'll talk about therapeutic pain versus endangerment pain. So just because something is painful, it might just be bringing your awareness to an area, as opposed to endangering an area. Endangerment is going to be generally a little bit sharper and a little bit more immediate, as opposed to maybe dull or something you've experienced before, chronic, right? And so when you experience pain, I would recommend slowing down, maybe easing out of it a bit, easing out of that pain a little bit, maybe coming to the point where you just start to feel the pain and hanging out there. And then as time goes on, maybe you can go a little bit farther, and maybe that pain releases a bit more. One thing about the body is that healing takes time. So as we work through our internal experience, as we expand our awareness, as we release muscles, we are doing healing work. And there is no quick fix. So when we begin to get into this stuff, it's easy to want to have it happen overnight, to get into a posture for a first time and be able to do it with ease. And that's generally not the way it works. It usually takes some time. It usually takes a lot of time. I've been some of the stuff I've been working through recently, I've noticed that it feels like the same area of the body that I've been working on for years, and so in a way it feels like I'm working on the same issue that I've been working on for years, but at the same time, changes have occurred. I've cleared some of the more superficial stuff, and so it's getting to some of the deeper stuff, but at the same time, it is some of the same issue, or it's some facet of the same issue. And so it's important to recognize that when we're working, that this healing work takes time, that this exploration of the body takes time, and once you begin, you can continue for the rest of your life. You will continue for the rest of your life should you choose to. And with that, I think it's good to recognize that that you should work on it, right? Just because the issues don't end, just because the healing sort of is ongoing, does not mean we shouldn't work on it. I think if we aren't moving towards health, if we think of health as a spectrum, and if we aren't moving towards the side of health, then we're going to be moving the other way. We sort of actively have to take steps to move towards health in order to be healthier. So that's the basics. So I'm introducing these basic postures to you to help you explore your body, to help you expand your experience, and to help you find tightness in your body, to help you find places in your body that are worthwhile for you to spend some time on and explore. So the positions where you find that difficulty can help guide the work that you do, whether it be exercises or massage, or more yogic postures. So thanks for joining me today. I hope you found some insight in this. I hope maybe this helped explain a bit about these postures as I introduce them, and we'll talk a bit more about posture as this series progresses. But I hope you stay well and take care.